Let me ask you something. Not about grammar, not about vocabulary, not even about how many years you've studied English. Let me ask you something much simpler. When's the last time you actually trained your mouth to speak English? Not your brain, not your memory, not your ears, your mouth. Sounds strange? Yeah, it does. But let me tell you something. This might just be the most important English lesson you've never heard. You see, most people think they're bad at English. They say things like, I understand, but I can't speak. I know the words, but they don't come out. I freeze when I talk to someone. And the world tells them, study harder, watch more videos, download that app, try this course. But no one tells them the truth. The real problem is not your grammar. It's not your accent. It's not your confidence. The real problem is silence. And not just any silence. The silence of your mouth. Here's what they don't teach you in school. Speaking English is not just a mental skill, it's a physical skill. Like dancing, like boxing, like playing the guitar. You can't learn to dance just by watching. You can't play piano just by reading music. And you can't speak English by only thinking. You have to train your mouth to speak. And that's what we do here at English Mumble. We don't chase perfection. We chase progress. One whisper at a time, one mumble at a time. And then you speak, you stumble, you smile, you speak again, even when no one's watching, even when it's 2 a.m. and you're whispering into your pillow, even when your hands are shaking and your mind goes blank. Because fluency doesn't wait for perfection. It grows in repetition. It grows in mistakes. It grows in courage. So let me be clear. This is not about sounding like a native speaker. It is not about speaking perfectly. It is not about passing a test. It's about being free. Free to speak. Free to express yourself. Free to sound like you. Today we begin a new journey, not a lesson, not a course, a transformation. You're not here to impress anyone. You're here to open your mouth, to wake up your voice, to say what you've always wanted to say. Today, your silence ends. Let's begin. Let's get real. You've been learning English for years. You know the rules. You understand the grammar. Sometimes you even think in English. So why can't you speak? Let me show you. Imagine this. You hear someone say, "Hi, how are you?" Your brain understands it instantly. But when it's your turn to reply, your mouth locks up. Your voice vanishes. You freeze. And all that knowledge, gone. You're not broken. You're not slow. You're not bad at English. You just made the same mistake everyone makes. You trained your brain, but you forgot to train your mouth. That's it. That's the truth. You've been learning English, but you haven't been living it, feeling it, saying it. And that's why you feel stuck. Let me explain this clearly. Have you ever tried to play guitar? You can watch videos. You can memorize chords. You can read all the theory. But if you never touch the strings, you'll never play. Same with English. Reading, never are is speaking. Understanding, never are producing. Your brain knows it, but your mouth has never practiced it. Your mouth is made of muscles, tongue, lips, jaw, throat, and muscles only learn one way: repetition. No repetition, no fluency. This is why you freeze when speaking. You've studied for years, but you've barely used your mouth. And so it gets weak. It forgets what to do. It panics. But here's the good news. This is not permanent. This is not your fault. This is not the end. It's just the beginning of training your mouth like a muscle. Let's make this personal. You might be busy. You might be scared. You might be worried about your accent. I get it. But if you're waiting to feel confident, you'll be waiting forever. Because confidence doesn't come before speaking. It comes from speaking, from mumbling alone in your room, from whispering on your morning walk, from repeating the same sentence until your mouth knows it by heart. And one day, without thinking, you'll say it out loud, and it will feel natural. So here's your shift. From today, you stop saying, "I can't speak English," and you start saying, "I'm training my mouth to speak English," because that's what this is now. Not school, not pressure, not performance. This is training. Real, physical, honest training. No grammar books, no tests, no waiting for the right time. Just you and your voice. And that's enough. In the next part, I'll show you how we train the English mumble way. Whisper first. Speak later. Repeat with rhythm. Build control. Break silence. Let's go deeper. Let me tell you a secret. A strange one. It's not in textbooks, not in schools, not on Duolingo, but here at English Mumble. It's our core belief. You don't learn to speak by speaking. You learn by whispering first. Yes, you heard that right, because here's the reality. Slow, most people don't stay silent because they don't know English. They stay silent because they're afraid of speaking, afraid of sounding wrong, afraid of being judged, afraid of not being understood. And that fear freezes their voice. So what do? We speak where it's safe. We start in the shadows, in silence, in stillness, in whispers. That's where fluency begins. We call it mumble practice. It's simple. You take a real sentence from a video, from a conversation, from life, and you repeat it, not loudly, not perfectly, but softly, quietly, in your room, on your walk, in your kitchen, in your heart. Like this. I'm learning English every day. I'm learning English every day. Again, I'm learning English every day. Repeat it while washing dishes. Repeat it while tying your shoes. Repeat it when no one is watching. That's mumble practice. Why does it work? Because your brain learns best when it's relaxed, not under pressure, not in panic, not in fear. Mumbling removes the fear. It lets you repeat without judgment, without pressure, without embarrassment. And that repetition starts to rewire your brain. It builds a new connection between your thoughts and your mouth. At first, your voice may feel small, shaky, weak. That's okay, because even a whisper is louder than silence. We don't train by shouting. We train by showing up, by repeating, by building confidence from the ground up. And one day, that mumble, it becomes a voice. Let me tell you about Daniel. He was 27, he lived in Brazil, he worked night shifts, and he wanted to learn English. But he was scared to speak, too shy, too unsure. So every night, after work, he'd walk home whispering to himself, "My name is Daniel. I want to work abroad. I'm learning English." For weeks, just a mumble, just him and the streetlights. But after 30 days, something changed. His voice gained strength. One night, he walked into a tourist shop and said out loud, "Excuse me, do you have this in another color?" And the clerk understood him. That's the power of the mumble. So here's the philosophy. Don't wait to be confident. Don't wait to be loud. Don't wait to be perfect. Just whisper, mumble, repeat, and speak. Whisper first. Speak free. Because every fluent speaker you hear was once a mumbling beginner, just like you. They whispered through fear, they whispered through mistakes, they whispered until one day they spoke. And so will you. Coming up next, Part 4A, the first 3 mumble techniques to train your mouth, one whisper at a time, one technique at a time. Let's train. Now that you understand the why, it's time to train the how. Let's train your mouth. Let's activate your voice, one tool at a time. Step 1. Look in the mirror. Not your phone, not your app, a real mirror. Because the mirror doesn't lie. It shows you everything. Your hesitation, your breath, your strength. Now, look into your own eyes and say, "Hi, my name is Jack. I live in Bangkok. I'm learning English." Now say it again, slower, clearer, more aware. Again, faster. Again, with emotion. "Hi, my name is Jack. I live in Bangkok. I'm learning English." You'll feel silly, but that's okay. You're not performing, you're training. Now say it 5 more times. Watch your lips. Watch your tongue. Watch your eyes. That's real-time feedback. You don't need a teacher. Your mirror is your coach. Try it every day with simple lines. "I feel tired today. I need a coffee. I'm ready to grow." 5 emotions, 5 repetitions, 1 new voice. Do this, and you'll start to see your confidence shift. You'll start to own your voice. Now, let's move to something deeper. Step 2, sentence shadow loop. Take one simple sentence. Say it 20 times, then 30, with rhythm, with breath, with emotion. Let's try. "I wake up at 6 a.m. Say it like you're tired, you're angry, you're in love, you're joking, you're nervous. Every emotion changes the sentence. Every sentence shapes your control. This is not just repetition. This is muscle memory. This is breath control. This is speech under command. Mistakes to avoid. Don't change the sentence too soon. Don't speak without intention. Don't speak only in your head. Speak with presence. Speak with clarity. Speak with ownership. 3 sentences per day, 30 reps each, 3 tones, 1 voice. Within 2 weeks, you won't just sound better, you'll feel better speaking. And now,
Yep, soundless emotion practice.
let's say they say, "I'm not sure. Let me check." You play the clip, then mute yourself. Now copy the mouth. Mouth the words. Match the syllables. Match the lips. Pauses. Tension. No sound. Just movement. Why does this work? Because your mouth learns the shape of English without the stress of being right. No pressure, no judgment, just silent mastery. You can do this on the bus, in the shower, in bed, at work, on mute during Zoom calls. No one knows you're training, but your mouth knows. That's the magic of the mumble. Not loud, not showy, but precise, daily, unshakable. You're building voice muscle in silence. So when it's time to speak, you'll be ready. Coming up next, Part 4B, 2 advanced techniques, role play and free talk, and den pressure. It gets real. Let's go. So far, you've whispered, you've looped, you've moved your mouth in silence. Now it's time to go a step further into the real world, into real speaking, even if it's still in your room. Technique 4, role play. Practice simulated real-life conversations. Let's be honest, when real life hits, most learners panic. You're at a restaurant, you're asked a question. You want to speak, but your mouth freezes. Why? Because you didn't rehearse. You didn't prepare for that moment. Actors don't walk on stage unprepared. Pilots don't fly without simulators. So why should you? Here's how to fix it. You role play. You simulate. You become the speaker. Let's say you're in a restaurant. Stand up. Use your hands. Use your voice. Say, "Hi, could I see the menu? Do you have vegetarian options? How much is this?" Now, say it. With confidence, with rhythm, with body movement. Don't just say the words. Become the situation. You're the customer. You're the traveler. You're the speaker. Do this for daily scenes. Asking for help in a store. Ordering coffee. Booking a hotel. Giving directions. Making small talk at work. Each time, write down 3 to 5 common phrases, then say them aloud. With attitude, with speed, with eye contact in the mirror. You're no longer just a student, you're in the role. A student in Japan practiced role plays 10 minutes a day, for 30 days, alone, in his bedroom. On day 31, he joined a Zoom job interview. And he nailed it. Why? Because he'd already played the part, over and over. That's the power of role play. It rewires your brain. It prepares your muscles. It removes hesitation. So when real life arrives, you don't freeze, you perform. Technique 5. Free talk under pressure. Speak without a script. Let me say this clearly. Most learners can speak when they're alone, when no one's listening, when there's no pressure. But when a timer starts ticking, when a person is waiting, when you're asked something unexpected, you freeze. Why? Because your mouth was never trained to speak under stress. But don't worry, we'll fix that. Here's how. Step 1. Choose a simple topic. My weekend, a place I want to visit, my favorite food, what I did this morning. Step 2. Set a timer for 60 seconds. No script, no planning, no notes. Just speak. Say whatever comes to mind. I went to the market, then I made breakfast. It was kind of messy. That's okay. If you forget a word, describe it another way. If you feel stuck, say, "Let me think," then keep going. That's not failure, that's fluency in progress. Because fluency is not perfect speech, it's flexible speech. Do this every day. 60 seconds, one topic, one take. No overthinking, no stopping. And if you mess up, good. That's where the growth happens. Mistakes to avoid. Don't prepare a script. Don't speak in your mind. Don't try to impress. Speak simply. Speak freely. Speak truth. Your voice may shake, you might pause, you might repeat, but every time you do this, your brain learns to recover, your mouth learns to survive, excited, and eventually you'll thrive. This is fluency under pressure. This is real strength. This is training like a speaker, not just a student. No one can do this for you. No app, no teacher, only you and your voice. So take a breath, hit record, and speak. Next up, part 5, the 15-minute daily routine that builds fluency forever. Let's build your habits. Let's make it real. Let's go. You've learned the techniques. Now let's put them together into a habit, a rhythm, a daily practice you can repeat forever. Not 2 hours, not a full lesson, just 15 minutes a day. That's all it takes to change how your mouth speaks English, to rewire your brain, to build a new voice. Ready? Here's the routine. Minute 1 to 2, mirror talk warm-up. Stand in front of your mirror. Look into your own eyes. No script, no performance, just you and your truth. Say out loud, "Hi, my name is... I'm learning English today. I feel..." Be honest. Be gentle. Speak to yourself like a friend. This builds connection with your voice, with your emotions, with your mouth. Minute 3 to 6, sentence looping. Choose one simple sentence. I'm going to the store. I love black coffee. I need more time. Say it 20 to 30 times in different moods, different speeds, different intentions. This builds muscle memory. It makes the sentence automatic. You own it. Then do it again with 2 more sentences. Keep it short, keep it powerful. Minute 7 to 9, soundless shadowing. Pick a short native audio clip, 10 to 15 seconds. Watch the mouth, copy the shape, follow the rhythm, but say nothing. No sound, just mouth movement. You're training your lips, your jaw, your breath, like a dancer training steps in silence. You'll feel strange, then you'll feel smooth. Minute 10 to 12, mumble role play. Now simulate a scene. Imagine you're at a cafe, in an airport, on a video call, talking to a friend. Say, "Hi, can I get a tea? I'm checking in for my flight." "Nice to meet you. How was your day?" Say it. With motion, with energy, with character. You're not just practicing, you're performing, alone, but alive. Minute 13 to 15, free talk under pressure. Now, set a timer. 60 seconds, talk. No planning, no notes, no script. Choose a topic. My morning routine. What I want to improve. Something I love. Pause. Whisper. And speak. Even if you pause. Even if it's messy. Even if your voice shakes. Just keep speaking. Encouraging. This is how you build resilience. This is how your brain adapts. This is how your voice grows under pressure. Every second, your confidence expands. Calm. Firm. That's it. 15 minutes. One voice. One mouth. One habit. Do it every day. Even just 5 times a week. Track your progress. Record yourself. Watch how your sentences evolve. Name your days. Day 1, my dream. Day 12, my frustration. Day 20, my future plan. Your voice becomes a timeline of effort, of transformation. You don't need a course. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a native speaker. You need a decision and a daily habit. This is it. 15 minutes every day. No excuses. No one has to hear you. No one has to judge you. But one day, they will hear you. And they'll say, "Wow, you speak so clearly." And you'll smile because you know why. Next up, part 6, real stories of real people who broke the silence. Get ready to be inspired. Let's go. Let me tell you something real. These aren't actors. These aren't influencers. These are learners, just like you. People who whispered until one day they spoke. Story 1. The night shift cook from Vietnam. His name is Long. He worked night shifts at a small street kitchen in Da Nang. No time for class, no teacher, just an old Android phone and a mirror. Every break he would go to the back kitchen, stand in front of a dusty mirror, and say, "My name is Long. I want to learn English. I'm not afraid." At first his voice was shaky. He forgot words. He laughed at himself, but he didn't stop. He watched YouTube shorts, paused them, mimicked the mouth. No sound, just movement. Day by day his silence turned into rhythm. His lips remembered. His tongue followed. His brain believed. 1 month later, a tourist from Canada walked into the food stall. She smiled and said, "Is this vegetarian?" And Long replied out loud, "No meat, only tofu. Spicy, okay?" Her face lit up. Long smiled. And in that moment, he knew. He spoke. Story 2. The Single Mom from Brazil. Anna is a single mother. 2 kids, 1 job, no time, no classes. Her only free time? Washing dishes. After 10 p.m. But she didn't waste it. She whispered, "I love my children. I will speak English. I'm learning, even now." She looped 1 sentence every night, sometimes only 10 minutes, sometimes more. She used her reflection in the kitchen window, practiced 1 sentence 20 times. One night, her daughter heard her and said, "Mom, are you talking to yourself?" Anna smiled and said, "No, sweetie, I'm talking to the world." 6 weeks later, Anna joined a free English Zoom group for moms. She was nervous, hands shaking, but when her turn came, she said, "Hi, my name is Anna. I'm learning English, and I'm proud." And everyone clapped, even her. Top story 3. The delivery boy from Egypt. Omar delivered food, all day on his scooter in Cairo. He had no one to practice with, no English around him. But he had one tool, his phone's front camera. Each morning before leaving home, he recorded himself for 2 minutes. "Hi, my name is Omar. I deliver food, but I'm building a new life." He watched the video, marked where he paused, corrected his tone, day after day. He never shared the videos, but he stored them all. Day 1, nervous. Day 5, slow but clear. Day 20, I feel fluent. And on day 30, he got his first part-time job with an online tutoring platform as a helper for Arabic English learners. He didn't wait to be perfect. He just started. He just spoke. These people weren't lucky. They were consistent. They trained their mouths. They trusted the whispers. They repeated. They grew. And now it's your turn. Pause. Next up, final chapter. Speak even if your voice shakes. Let's finish strong.
So now, you know what's been holding you back. It's not your grammar, it's not your accent, it's not your brain, it's your silence. And that ends today. Because you don't need permission. You don't need a classroom. You don't need to wait for confidence. You just need a moment, a breath, a decision. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. You will feel awkward, but you'll also feel something else. Pride, progress, power. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Speak, even if your sentence breaks. Speak, even if your English isn't perfect. Because one whisper today becomes a full conversation tomorrow, and one mumble now becomes a breakthrough next month. This is not about perfection. This is about freedom. The freedom to say what you feel, the freedom to ask, to connect, to belong. So say it with me, right now, out loud, even if you're alone, even if it feels strange. I am not afraid to speak English anymore. Again, I am not afraid to speak English anymore. Let your mouth feel it. Let your breath carry it. That's your breakthrough. Hopeful. You're not just learning a language. You're unlocking a new part of yourself. And we're here for that journey. Every whisper, every repeat, every word. This is English Mumble. Smile plus warm. Subscribe if you haven't. Repeat this video if you need it. And remember, you were born to speak. Now it's time to train your mouth to do it.